I'm curious if you can elaborate on the difference in terms of securing unstructured data and structured data. Let's make a simple example. It's relatively easy to secure data in databases, but what about files? What about other systems? Can you share your perspective and how you approach securing both types of data?
Yeah, I mean, that's the challenge, right? I mean, I think to a certain extent, securing structured data is the easy part. So yeah, when we're talking about unstructured data, I think from a very level perspective, it's just like any other control, right? You need, from an organizational perspective, you need an administrative control, right? And that's usually in the form of some policy that says, here's what you can do and here's what you can't do. And it's usually paired with some sort of process or maybe many processes, right? And making sure that your folks know that that policy exists, they understand it, and they understand the processes. But that's all just administrative, right? There's nothing preventing them from not following those processes. So you also need to pair that with technical controls. So that comes in the form of data loss protection tools or prevention tools, endpoint detection tools. So, and maybe you're not preventing these things. Maybe you're just monitoring and you're alerting on it. And maybe you're only alerting on it because you want to form a baseline and you want to know when things fall out of those baselines. But I think at the end of the day, no matter how you do it, you need to pair technical controls with those administrative controls. And I think that's where a lot of organizations fall down, especially newer startups, right? They're like, well, we have the policy. Why are people not following it? Well, first of all, do people even know that policy exists? But secondly, you need to have a technical control in place so you can at least monitor what's happening.